We never stop facing up. Even when we went on break, I thought we could take some breath, but we went on facing up here in the studio. It's quite interesting because points are coming out, people are getting educated, and we're also getting enlightened about these whole processes. Now, so I was asking,
yes, sir,
if we put it around this for submit this report to the presidency,
the statutory body.
Yes, to the statutory. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Can the president, through his SSG,
they won't do anything,
or
make it public,
or
gazette it?
Gazette it. I mean,
nothing.
Submitting it to those people. Excuse me. Submitting it.
Was it for them to take a private action?
It was for them to take official action.
And so when they want to take an official action, we will get to know what these things are.
Later, when they have become authenticated, when the process is complete, this is jumping the gun. Like anybody will say, it's putting the cart before the horse. The idea is to ridicule these people, put them on media trial.
I think it will not be fair not to get our viewers. I think if I'm looking at, the tweets are going on right there, but let's also take some of them that are coming right straight into our mechanisms here. His Grace Toba says, the commission serves as an extrajudicial mechanism for the enhancement of the enjoyment of human rights. That's not the case.
That's not what they have done here. They have meddled in politics. Human rights is totally different from politics.
Professor Oloshoyinka in his book, The Man That Says Justice is the First Condition of Humanity. Now, where there is lack of justice, the worst of this one, all the wars I fought in this one is because of justice turned on its head.
No, I think it's a misapplication of the law. That's the problem we have.
We had institutional failures. Did you say, 17 years of democracy, quote unquote, democracy, and people have died, over 100,000 have died, houses burned, people have been maimed, and nobody, not one single person is in prison for that. And then everybody, now, according to the Human Rights Commission report, they said that, look, even when reports are made to the security agency, the IGP, the Attorney General of the Federation, nobody is prosecuted. We've known that has been our terrible historical misdemeanor.
So we should resort to calling people names in the public.
What happened? It's not name calling.
That's what has happened.
All the National Human Rights Commission has done is to put a mirror in our faces and say, look, this is who we are.
Yeah, because I was going to get you guys to react, especially when you need you to react to something. It seemed like somebody is worried here. He said, Mr. Yinka admits that, this is from Jude, admits that there was electoral violence.
Admit.
But the NHRC shouldn't have reported it to the public?
No, the NHRC should have acted within the confines of its own fundamental objectives. The NHRC should have reported to the regulatory agencies as listed by the law establishing
and not come to press.
And not come to press because the jurisdiction has been knocked off by that singular act. It has done a good job in a bad way and thrown the good job away. That's what it has done.
With the result they came out with, or the report they came up with, can that be contested?
Why not? Anybody, because it's the democracy. And if you are talking about,
is it really? Well, I don't want to say. How did you know what I was going to say?
Nowhere the shoes pinch. So anybody can. You see, when people have suffered from electoral violence, who have lost people, who have lost loved ones, they know that what the National Human Rights Commission is doing is to save the country, to save the nation, is to save our future, is to ensure that all of us are mutually protected. If there is no justice meted out, these people, why are they so angry? You can walk to court and challenge it. Now that would. If you go to court,
Professor Suba also raised the case that he's not even been invited.
He's not been invited.
He only read over the paper.
What they did was to do a kind of a review of all the judgments, all the indictments by course of law. All
diligent.
They were not indictments.
You know what
they were not.
Some of these reports, there is when you submit, the NHRC is trying to fill a gap that the police
fill a gap where it doesn't have the powers to.
All the reports, including the reports of the security agencies, including the DSS, and many reports, thousands and millions of pages of reports that have been dumped on the table of the president.
Is this a media war?
Is this a media war?
It's a name and shame.
We need to name
and shame. Even if it's not in the law.
It's full of lyrics. Yes. I like this. Name and shame
and jail.
No, that's
name, shame, nail,
and jail.
So it's
any investigation anywhere there. Let me tell you something, sir, sincerely, and irrespective of whatever we are here. Let me tell you one of the problems we have in this country. All right, we are not even sure that the NHRC was not induced to make a shoddy mess of a good job. What many of the judges say nowadays when you are prosecuting matters, they ask prosecution, why didn't you investigate properly? Hold on a minute. I'm not speculating at all. I'm telling you what has happened. If anything, the president should be calling, the attorney general should be calling for the sack of that executive secretary for doing a good job in a bad way. This is sabotage. That's what it is.
What becomes of that report?
Of that report?
With this argument and this
government,
new light.
This government will be tested on the basis of the way it handles this report. Because people have died, property have been destroyed. If the NHRC can be, I salute their courage. I salute their courage. I salute their courage to come out with this report. That whoever else is God, let them go ahead. Now, the government, now, you threw away the report of the Waste Commission 2008. We are not looking at that report that recommended incredible, wonderful recommendations, all manner of recommendations. You see, there are too many committees and recommendations for this country that will have made us move forward. But NHRC sat down and saw that, look, I have a job to do. I have a historical duty to perform. I need to save the humanity. I need to save the nationhood of Nigeria for whatever it is worth. And now, if the judiciary is failing, if the police, the security agencies are failing, if the presidency is failing, now I need to tell them do this. What they are doing is
someone should be able to stand.
And I will ask a question.
If nobody talks, if the National Human Rights Commission is not talking, it's failing in its responsibility, in its institutional responsibility.
Let me quickly point out the futility. Let me quickly point out the futility of this. Hold on, and it's very easy. Okay. A futility. Do you know, sir, that once an alleged or a defendant or an accused person dies, that's the end of the matter?
Of course.
You know that. Okay, hold on. You know that. Now, if you know that,
this is an international station. What do you mean? No, we have to clear that.
Don't worry, let's not waste time on it. Hold on, sir. Let me quickly point out a futility to you. Ocholi, the former minister, is dead. And this is supposed to be a criminal action, sir. According to you.
Minister or member of?
A minister. A former minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is dead. He has been indicted. Please, who will you hold responsible? Will you wake him up? Excuse me, hold on, sir. Excuse me. Will you wake him up or call his sons that your father did this? He was indicted.
It doesn't take away the fact that violence that happened
would have been the one to do that. That's what I'm pointing out to you, not a commission. The court would have known. Proper investigation would have been done.
So what are you supposed to be doing, really?
So what you're supposed to be doing, as a matter of fact, Oga, and everybody listening, is that you first conduct your investigations, check do you even have the powers. If you set up any committee, you give them terms of reference. The Act establishing National Human Rights Commission gives it its objectives, gives it its powers and functions, which I have read to you. Where did he say that the way to release an indictment of electoral offences is on premium times? That alone knocks off the jurisdiction, knocks the air out of it. This is an embarrassment to our Attorney General. Because if recourse was out to him, I trust him, he would first of all read the law establishing NHRC. He would have then referred it to the investigative agencies to say, okay, go and investigate, and then charge them to court in their respective jurisdictions.
Hold on. Hold on. Don't you think what he's saying, because as you round off right now, don't you think what he's saying clearly seem like, whether you want to name these things, whether you want to talk about them or not, let's just forget it. And they've done a bad job, blah, 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 blah. 66 Nigerians, what becomes of them?
The thing is this, if we throw away this report, it means that we are not ready for human rights protection in this country. It means we are not ready for a country. If we throw away this, the thing is that whoever believes that National Human Rights Commission is wrong, or those of us who believe they are right, let them put this thing to test the court of law, and let's see what happens. Most of the people, you will see that many of them will not go to court. Many of them, they are not going to court.
You get the time,
many of them will not go to court because they know what they have done.
So what's the way out?
The way out clearly is this: we have to learn from our past, and what the National Human Rights Commission has done with this 2007, which has been adjudged the most violent and worst election we have had in this country, and 2011 elections, is to ensure that we go through the report and make sure we prosecute everybody prosecutable in this matter. And we should not throw it under the carpet.
Let me hear Energy. Energy as a round off.
To you again, the law as it is, even if I don't like it, is the law as of today. Section 150. Trial of offences. Do you have the time to do all that? Oh, I will just read it. It's one sentence. An offence committed under this act. We agree. Electoral violence, whatever, is listed between section 118 and 132 of the Electoral Act 2010. An offence committed under this act shall be triable in a magistrate court or a high court of a state in which the offence is committed, or the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. So what should be done with these findings?
Yes,
we even help them to call it finding. Is to now send it to the office of the Attorney General and ensure that there is proper investigation and prosecution, not media trial.
Thank you very much.
Mess of it.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys. I think basically we are on the same sail, but seem like we're flying on a different or singing from a different song sheet, even though we are in the same symphony. National Human Rights Commission has done its job. We are hoping that some of those loose ends can be tidied up, because there seem to be some loose ends, and we can move on and progress so that maybe by 2019, when we have another elections, it will be minimal fatal incidences, and as we may have it. That's been our package tonight on Face Off. Join us again next week. Bye for now.
Thank you.